Fuck you! You little bitch! Piece of shit!
Halloween in SCP Secret Laboratory has officially returned. And all I'm saying is, novel cooked. Left the stove on for a bit because it's literally the end of the month, but they cooked. Old candies have returned with the beautiful Marshmallow Man making his return. 6 brand new candies have been added to SCP-330. One will quite literally make you shit yourself. A whole bunch of fun and spooky miscellaneous changes. And a whole new playable SCP has been added to the game. This is not even clickbait, guys. It has actually happened. Most of you know that already because some Russian kid leaked the Patreon post, but pretend you didn't see that, okay? So, get ready to get into the spooky spirit, as I'm going to tell you everything this year's Halloween update has to offer, so you can hop on and play it yourself. I hope you guys have got a sweet tooth this year, as we are starting off with the good old stuff we tasted before. The old Halloween candies are back in the game with some new improvements given to them. Red candy, 9% chance. Like an e-girl's TikTok live, red candy applies a spicy status effect for 5 seconds, which causes the consumer to emit a constant stream of flames from their mouth. So, be sure to dodge whoever takes one of these bad boys, as it does 20 damage per second. Yellow candy, 9% chance. Applies the super speed sugar rush effect for 10 seconds, making players become Sonic with 50% increased speed, with the stamina bar being refilled indefinitely. But, like a drag race, the only direction you go is forward. Green candy, 9% chance. Applies you with the sugar high effect for 10 seconds. This sweet gives you 200 health and makes stamina regenerate constantly when you are not running. If the player's health goes below 100, it will constantly regenerate at 2.5 HP per second. During the effect of this candy, a looping audio plays. Bass music, not gonna lie. Blue candy, 9% chance. The return of the king. Marshmallow Man is back and with a vengeance. Blue candy grants the sugar crave effect, turning you into the Marshmallow Man with a 25% damage resistance and a whopping 65 HP melee attack. Though sprinting is disabled, you will walk at double the speed. It's about goddamn time, boys. Purple candy, 9% chance. Applies the slow metabolism effect for 20 seconds, which causes the player to become fat, with a 20% reduction with movement speed. It also causes your in-game voice to become significantly deeper sounding. Also, the new secret asthma effect will be applied to you as you hear laboured breathing when out of stamina. But you gain the trade-offs of 330 AHP, which slowly decays, and consuming candy is a lot quicker. Honestly, the most relatable candy there is. Rainbow candy, 8% chance. It's time to open your mind to imagination. Eating this candy creates a rainbow cloud that lasts 30 seconds. Any player in the cloud will receive the prismatic effect, giving players 1 HP regenerative health, an 8% speed boost, a 15% damage reduction, so nice, and a one-time non-instant death prevention granted. Pink candy, 4% chance. This one doesn't need an explanation, does it?
Hey man, what candy did you get this Halloween?
Pink!
Out with the old and in with the new. Well, we have the old ones, but saying that ruins the expression. Anyways, there are 6 brand new candies added into the sweet bowl, so let's go over what the new deadly candies do exactly. Orange candy, 9% chance. Is that the second coming of Christ? Orange candy applies the effect of glowing for 30 seconds. If you've got sensitive eyes, I'd look away. Orange candy makes the player model begin glowing an absurdly bright orange color, causing any player to look at them to receive a new status effect instantly. Brown candy, 9% chance. Well, this candy makes you drop a fat tantrum just like SCP-173, but this will affect the SCPs that step in it. Ew. Man, get yourself to a toilet now. White candy, 9% chance. Applies the status effect of ghostly for 30 seconds. It's time for you to become the Phasmophobia, as this will make you very hard to see, with only a thin outline of your model being visible. It's basically how your crush sees you in high school. God, it still hurts to this day. Grey candy, 9% chance. Applies the status of metal for 30 seconds, causing you to become grey and metallic, reducing certain stats like damage intake, movement speed, and medical item usage. Also, it's time to get back down to earth, as this candy doubles the gravity applied to you, making a loud metallic sound when hitting the ground. I did not edit that sound in, they actually added metalpipe.mp3. Other players, be sure to watch out, because if someone takes this candy and lands on you, you'll be not having a great day, let me tell you. Black candy, 5% chance. This candy can lead to many different outcomes when consumed. I'd say them out loud, but we'd be here for a while, so instead, let me put the list on screen for you with the power of video editing. Wowee. Evil candy. 2% chance. This is the most extremely rare candy to get, and it turns you evil. You become evil. D-class pretty evil as it is, but you're evil. You evil bitch. Now for the moment we've all been waiting for over 5 years. A brand new playable SCP has been added into the game. This SCP being SCP-3114. Skeleton Boy. Sus Imposter. Starting off with the base stats first, SCP-3114 has 1500 HP and 600 Tomb Shield, which does not scale based on the current health this SCP has. Just like the human boys, SCP-3114 is granted the ability to sprint, only difference being a speed buff of 5.6 meters per second rather than 5.4. SCP-3114 has a primary attack which works in a similar fashion to SCP-939's claw attack. This attack does 10 HP per hit on a player, with each hit restoring 50 Tomb Shield if SCP-3114 is damaged. Following from that is a secondary attack of Strangulation. SCP-3114 will grab an enemy player by the neck, locking them in place and draining the HP of that player. This loss of HP is accelerated by 5 HP every 2 seconds. SCP-3114 will have a 30% chance to spawn in per round, with his spawn being in Peanut's old containment chamber in light. Once spawned in, you'll notice 2 bodies on the ground, a D-class and a scientist. This is to get into SCP-3114's main ability, which is to disguise itself as a different class by stealing the skin of a dead player. Say you kill a scientist, you can hold F to steal their skin, as well as their username, and now people are none the wiser there's an SCP among us. There you go, 5 years in the making for that joke. Well, that's unless... Oh, fuck me. Well, that's unless they find the skeleton remains left behind from the player skin you stole. When you are disguised as SCP-3114, you can choose to rip off the skin you have at any point, but if not, you have a whole 2 minutes and 30 seconds until the timer does that for you. Revealing you, and in doing so, will play a global jump scare sound effect, that of a screaming skeleton.
Surprise, motherfucker!
Throughout playing as SCP-3114, you will remain completely anonymous from a meta perspective, with the username being deliberately obstructed in certain circumstances, one of those including spectator chat. Like humans, you'll be able to open and close doors, pick up items and weapons, but you won't be able to use anything you do pick up. So keep that in mind, as it could work as a good test to find out who the SCP is. Also, while you're disguised as someone, it doesn't mean you can't be hurt, so be cautious of who you're chasing down. And to top it all off, SCP-3114's voice chat works very similar to the old SCP-939's voice system, where you can still communicate with your SCP team, but you can also locally talk to other human players, though you can only do this while disguised as someone. And now to some of my favourite parts of this update. The miscellaneous changes. Spooky reskins for both humans and SCPs. Some of my favourites being 939, 173, and the Men in Black scientist making his return too. Some rooms have been given a spooky spin, like SCP-914 has caught on fire, as well as Entrance Zone finally receiving some pumpkins and candles. The massive Labyrinth soundtrack has finally made its return to the game. Add the SCP alert sound back please as well. A new unused soundtrack named Unexplained Behaviors has been added to the game. This will occur when there is a zone blackout. The Lantern from 2021's Halloween update has made its return. Reintroduced the Jackie skin for SCP-018. Security personnel are investigating possible signs of corruption in regard to Cassie's reporting system. The Jailbird has been turned into the Demon Core, and Surface Zone Skybox has been changed into a spooky red colour with a whole different skybox and an even spookier moon. Now, before we close this video off, Northwood has stated that SCP-3114 will remain in the game inside the remote admin. They are looking at player feedback to see how you guys like the SCP, and if you would like to keep him in the game with the main roster of SCPs. My friends, I truly believe this SCP must become a permanent part of Secret Laboratory. Novel goes through insane effort with their seasonal event in SL, and once this event is done, all that effort is gone. Like with SCP-956, SCP-3114 adds such a unique spin to the game, and one that will absolutely spice up the gameplay, both human and SCP side. So with all that being said, your feedback is important to Northwood, and I highly recommend giving it to Spooky Scary Game. Well, that's it from me. I'm gonna quickly roster up my boys together so we can play the Halloween update while it's still Halloween. You guys enjoy the update, and I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.